a series on riding in summers. We've already covered in the first episode. We covered which gear for summer. Second episode we covered how to keep your bike under control. Now, Barry, this episode is about the guy who sits on the bike.
Yeah, it's about the biker.
It's what's about the biker.
We have spoken a lot about the bike and the gear, but we have spoken very less about the biker. So this time we've decided we'll speak about the biker, which is you in this case.
Yeah. So let's hear it. What are some of the things?
Ashish, primarily, in heat we should know, what to eat and what not to eat. That plays a major role when you're riding. You need to keep your you should not eat too much or you should not eat too less. So what is the right amount of water intake? What kind of things should be avoided by? Ashish, all yours.
So, see, when we are riding, we often don't have a choice of what kind of food we eat. But this is where some basics come in. Now, instead of going for some very spicy, very oily food, try and have as light, food as possible. If there are fruits available, get it. It's all about hydration in summer, and it's a thin dividing line. You ride the bike too much. If you have too much water, you need to go. You need to take a break. But understand when it's 40-45 degrees wind, dehydrates you.
It's about done.
And this is again, it's not a recommendation. This is our experiences. So you can't keep drinking water, like while you were in Goa as well.
Yeah, I was about to share that experience. Every we rode for 5,000 kilometers in different weathers, and of course there was heat down south. One of my friends, one of my co-riders, Tushar, he told me that Sumit bhai, what you need to do is, because I tend to overeat when I'm touring, seeing different kinds of food, I get tempted and I want to eat everything which is available. So he told me during lunchtime, avoid eating more than 2 rotis and take only dal. So all through my tour, for about 12 days, in my lunchtime, I had tur dal and 2 tandoori rotis. That worked for me very well.
And then there are some game changers. Again, rites of passage. As you ride more, you meet interesting people.
Yeah.
This is a game changer for me. This is ORS. I always carry at least 2-3 packs in my bag.
Yeah.
And I did suggest it to Berry as well on his Goa ride. If you can just share that this or Gatorade, but Gatorade is sometimes difficult to find.
And also it's expensive, so I don't think so. This works quite well. And electron, that has got lesser sugar, but it works pretty much the same. People who don't like sugar can take electron.
So I even consulted a doctor on this. So what I was given to understand is incessant water is also not very good, because what it does is you keep drinking water, through your urine and sweat, you are depleting minerals. And as you are exerting,
essential minerals.
Yes, and as you are exerting, riding a bike, while it seems like fun, it's also a lot of hard work.
Absolutely.
Plus the wind, you are dehydrating, you need those minerals back.
Correct.
And typically, and this is again typical, not exception to the norm, we tend to drink less water.
Yeah.
Lesser and lesser fluids are going in.
Yeah.
Therefore, an ORS or an electrolyte tends to give back to your body in some amount. And lots of these essential vitamins and minerals, like vitamin C, the body does not make.
Yeah.
So it has to be replenished.
Absolutely.
ORS is a quick solution. You stop for a break, mix it in, a liter of water, keep drinking it, sipping it. It's tried and trusted. I have used it for thousands of kilometers. Works very well for me.
Yeah, but guys, make sure you don't put ORS in your hydration bag. That idea comes to everybody. It came to me as well. But it will make your hydration bag very dirty from the inside, and it's going to be hell of difficult for you to clean it. So avoid doing that.
And also, again, just a simple, friendly tip: consult your doctor if you have any medical conditions, because this assumes that ORS is being consumed by all healthy people. But if you do have any complications, check with your doctor. So Sumit, one very crucial point that comes in is what time to ride. Now, if I see, the reason I'm saying it is between the need to cover an X amount of kilometers and also there are some certain parts of the day which could be avoided.
Okay, now you ask me what time to ride. So as bikers, as motorcyclists, every time is a good time to ride. Okay, but practically speaking, in summer, I would start right up early in the morning. Probably if I'm going on a tour, I'll start at about 4 o'clock. Because destination also matters.
True.
I normally ride to the hills. He also does ride to the hills in summer. So what happens is when you start at 4 o'clock or 3:30 in the morning, you cover a lot of distance while it is still cooler, right? And by the time the sun is harsh, you are already in the mountains. And that's what we do.
True, and also, or if we have longer, or if we get stuck. So what we typically do is the hottest part of the day is 12 to 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Now we are not saying take a break for 3 hours, but at that point in time, if you can get out of the sun for a bit, and just that could be a lunch break, it could be a rest break.
When you start early, you tend to have your breakfast early, then your lunch takes place somewhere around 12:30, so you can relax, take 2 hours off during the lunchtime, and then it's easy. I want to ask you, Ashish, about the consumption of drinks which have got taurine in it, like Red Bulls and Monster energy drinks, because I personally tend to consume them when I'm riding motorcycle. When I start early up in the morning, I take that. I can't say because I feel sleepy.
It's a tough one because between coffee, tea, energy drinks, especially coffee and energy drinks, they have a high percentage of caffeine.
Yeah.
Now, caffeine by definition will dehydrate. Now, it's a bit of a catch-22. While it gives you the kick, so you get, you feel more alert, you feel more energetic, you can do more things, but it's also dehydrating. So what it does actually is, so imagine you are having 3 cups of coffee. So you will have that 3 cups of coffee. In some way you're getting the fluid, but lots of times you end up replacing water with a caffeinated drink.
Okay.
So while it's
That's
giving,
wrong.
yes, while it's giving you the upper, it's also dehydrating.
Okay.
And then a point comes in, why is dehydration such an enemy? Sometimes, and unfortunately some of us have experienced this, it's hot, so you're eating less.
Yeah.
You're drinking coffee, you're getting tired all the time because of the wind and the heat. Some people have fallen asleep. Or some people have had a momentary,
I have had experience.
spill of dizziness or something. You're on 2 wheels, guys. So again, this is not cast in stone. If your body can take it, then go ahead. But I really can't advise it because when you're putting 10, 12 hours on a bike, constantly you're getting dehydrated. And if you're going to keep adding to it, have spicy food, have exotic food plus caffeine, dehydration really goes on.
Yeah.
And also, just again a small tip, your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, I see you using a lot of items. I think
Correct. So this is again something I picked up from a senior rider and I always carry it. The eyes get dry.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it gets when it's very hot. Some riders open the visor.
Right. The eyes do get dirty as well.
Yeah. They get dirty, they get slack, and and if you're in tough conditions, you get a little white. Yeah. So take care of your eyes as well. Scenario is 45 degrees in Delhi or in the north. I need to ride. So typically everyone heads out to the mountains.
Yeah.
Are there any specific places that we should avoid in the sun?
Rajasthan.
Why is that?
For the extreme temperature, dry heat, you'll get dehydrated a lot quicker because there's absolutely no moisture during summertime.
Okay.
Right? And plains primarily, you should avoid riding more in the plains. You should go up north, go to the mountains where temperature is somewhere around 25 degrees, which is still better. So by the time, like I said before, by the time you reach the mountains, it's already 12, 1 o'clock, right? And temperature starts dipping at that time. It's advisable to go to the mountains during summertime.
Okay, great. Any other tips that we've...
Ashish, what tips do you have for our friends who are riding down south and in West India or Gujarat for that matter?
Number one tip is hydration and taking a break in that direct sunlight.
Yeah.
Third, very often ignored on rides, sleep.
Mm-hmm. Sleep well.
Yeah. See, because imagine you've started out at 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
and we've done 19-hour rides, 20-hour rides. Then the next day, don't repeat the same thing.
Absolutely.
See, because the idea is not to fall ill. The idea is not to get completely dehydrated. Which is why, simple things like eat cooked food.
Yeah.
Because, you need to keep your tummy healthy.
Absolutely.
God forbid, you get a bug or something, your ride gets spoiled. And and if it works for you, also what we've been told and we've experienced it over a period of time is hitting that sweet spot in eating just the right amount, but not abstaining. You abstain from eating, and the heat will get to you faster.
Correct.
You eat extremely, rich food.
Mm-hmm.
Your body will start depleting water again because it has to digest all that. So it's while it's not terribly complex, you fall into the rhythm. The other things you can try is keep an energy bar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you're not hungry enough to eat lunch,
but you have lesser time.
But you need the nutrition.
Yeah.
So whether it's an energy bar or it's a chocolate, keep eating small meals.
Yeah, break your meals here. That's better. Eat lesser.
Correct. And that's about it. Yeah. And just one thing is, this is a humble request to all of you. No matter how hot it gets, sometimes I've been called complete lunatic. I have been in 48 degrees on a motorcycle and I have been fully geared. The reason is that, of course, there's a huge temptation that, I'm feeling so hot, of course, the jacket. Or instead of boots, I'm wearing sneakers. Guys, if you must ride in the summers, gear is not compromising because it's just not worth it.
Absolutely, and in case you're not comfortable riding in summer with the riding gear, don't ride. As simple as that.
Correct. And just before we go away, see, when you have to sustain yourself on whether it's a 3-4 day ride, extreme temperatures, which is as old as the hills, what we call shankar.
Correct.
Lots of riders I've noticed doing this, they'll get off a bike from 40 degrees,
enter into an air conditioned room,
and they'll stay there.
Yeah.
So yes, it's very tempting. So it's what we now do is we avoid that AC restaurant. We'll go find some shade.
Wash your face with cold water.
Correct.
That works really well. And then, even if you want to enter, just climatize yourself. Wash your face, and then enter into a restaurant which has got air conditioning, or stay outdoors.
The simplest solution for summer is, like you said, start a little early.
Yeah.
Depending on comfort again. So typically what we do is we start at 3-4 a.m. right till about 10-11 with small breaks.
And of course, cover lesser distance. Nobody is asking you to do 700 kilometers in peak heat. You do about 300 kilometers, that's fine.
Right. And that's it. And something again that was passed on to me, and I often got quizzed about it so when I finish the day's ride, I just randomly pick up 3 bottles of water, and over the next 1 hour after we stop riding, I'll make sure I've got all those 3 bottles down. Reason is I need to get my water content down. Otherwise, if you start feeling very tired from day 1 and you're riding again, for 8 hours, 10 hours, for the next 3 days, it'll just go downhill.
So here's an advice for our young riders. When you ride, of course you're riding with your friends, and then you want to reach your destination as fast as possible. You want to drink alcohol, but let me tell you, do not consume alcohol on the very first night.
Yep.
Do it on the next day, because you're already dehydrated. No matter how much water you've drank during the day, The alcohol just spoils it all. So next day you can, but avoid on the first day.
That's it, yeah. So, anything else you'd like to share?
That's it, Ashish. I think not many channels have touched this topic. I'm glad that you came up with this thought that we should talk to our audience about this particular topic, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do click like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel called.
Happiness per km.
Thank you for watching, guys.